Hello, Raven fans, and hopefully many believers are watching and praying as I tell you what the Lord has taken me through um, as a prophetic, anointed believer that He's using to show His glory. Like I mentioned in the second video, I took you through the season of going through to New England and losing the playoffs, and then the following season the Ravens ended up 5-11, and people may think this. They may think God doesn't care about wins or losses. Okay, they may say that I'm just a phony that's making all this up. Whatever you want to perceive, it's fine with me. But I know I hear God's voice, and things just don't happen that the Lord took me through. Again, you have to watch the first and second video to understand what I'm saying. I could care less, to tell you the truth. Back in 2012, if the Ravens even won a game or not, it just didn't concern me. But because God wanted me, He chose me as a prophetic voice to, to bring the Holy Spirit into into the camp, into the team, into the city. Again, I guess I know how Jeremiah, uh, Ezekiel, Daniel, how they felt when God spoke a word, even back in those days, and when God spoke a word, and maybe people didn't receive words that were spoken, and people came against the person. But when God speaks a word, and I want you to understand this, when God speaks a word into your heart, and He wants it fulfilled, God help the person or people that try to stop it, because God cannot bless. And I want to emphasize that another time. God cannot bless when you come against God and God's anointed. In Psalms 105, it says that do not come against God's anointed, and do my prophets no harm. And it says also, I believe it's in Corinthians, it talks about that when you come against a man of God, you're coming against God Himself. Well, there's no doubt in my mind, none whatsoever. And again, I want to emphasize the Ravens are full of class people. I'm not putting anyone down. John Harbaugh's a class guy. I've known him for 4 or 5 years. Had lunch with him on a number of times. Spent a whole season with him. Prayed with him, and I think he's one of the most quality guys I ever met in my life. And again, it got Ozzie Newsom, Dick Cass, and Kevin Burns are quality people. Steve Bisciotti's a quality guy. I met them all, talked to them. Players are all quality guys. Joe Flacco's one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. I just want to emphasize that. Marshall Yanda and all of those guys. They're respectful. They're just great individuals. The Ravens don't take troublemakers and problem people. They take quality people, and I want to emphasize. I spent a whole year with them, and I just want to say that. Um, Again, it's great coaches and everything else, but it only takes one person. And I mentioned in my last video about the chaplain that I had that didn't like me and came against me, and God, I went to him and I warned him through the Holy Spirit. The following year, John Harbaugh and I tried to work with the chaplain to allow me to be part of the team, because of John Harbaugh knew that I had the power of the Holy Spirit, and yet the chaplain kept fighting and kept fighting. So I didn't blame the coach if he was a chaplain, and I'm an outsider. So the coach was nice about it, but he just said I can't have problems. I can't have I can't have opposition and everything. So and I went to the Lord again, and the Lord said that God cannot bless. He cannot bless someone that comes against His anointed. And that 2016 was the year I'm talking about. And I warned the coach. I said, God won't allow you to go to the playoffs, because of the disobedience of the chaplain, that he is not allowing me to be part of the spiritual team there. And I said, it's not me. I could care less. I got plenty of things to do with my time. I have my own business. I have a couple children. I have a wife. I have actually two businesses that I run. I have a ministry that I'm involved in, and I go to Africa to be with my daughter who lives over there. So I got plenty of things to do. And I even told the Lord, I said, Lord, find somebody else. But the Lord said, I want you to be my spokesperson. Okay. And during that year of 2016, when they went into, I believe Pittsburgh came to Baltimore on Christmas Day. And if they would have won that game, they would have at least looked like they had a good chance for the playoffs. And I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, are they going to win? And he said, I can't honor that them with a win, because the chaplain came against, when he came against you, he came against me. I cannot bless those who curse me. And that's what he said. I cannot bless those who curse me. Just like the year before, when all those players got hurt and they were 5-11. God said, I cannot bless those who curse me, who come against me, who come against my anointed, who come against my plan. So, again, it's not me at all. I take no glory. I take no credit. I take nothing. I only hear from God. And if you watch the first two videos, you will see that God had honored me coming from nowhere, being good friends with the coach, being part of the team. But there was one person that came against me and came against God, and God could not honor that. I'm going to end now. This is my third video. I'm going to pick it up with my fourth one, and I'll go into what happened last year and also what the Lord told me for the future for the Ravens. God bless you. Talk to you soon.